there by Botto. Forward to Miller. Miller and Alvarez along with Robert Palmer all in there, and the Comets come up with it. Now Asadpour. Here's Vahid. Slides it forward to Perez, to Robert Palmer, who fanned on the crossing shot. A collective groan from the crowd there. Oh, a drive by Gibson is blocked off the line by Edgar Bartholomew of the Lancers. 11.5 to play in the third. Tied at 7. Here comes Perez. Crosses the line to Gibson. Poked away by the Lancers. Now Ramon Palmer, along with Cody Andrews and Leo Gibson. Here's Leo chugging down the side, and he's tripped up. And a 2-minute penalty is coming up against Mauricio Salas. Salas can't believe it. Salas is beside himself. And the fans are giving Mo Salas a little bit of grief. His shorts were pulled way up high. He finally pulled them down, and the crowd gave him a standing ovation. Now they're calling over Vahid Asadpour, the captain. So the captain's going to have a discussion here with the senior referee. The blue card was called. Mauricio Salas.
The call has been changed to a foul.
It's been called.
Mauricio Salas.
It's been changed to a foul. Mauricio Salas first. So originally called a penalty. They stuck the blue card back in their pocket. And now a discussion between the team's two captains here, Vahid Asadpour and Mauricio Salas.
Comets ball after the foul.
Comets will have the ball after the foul. Sosa and Rodriguez are behind it. Sosa away. Rodriguez takes it off the glass. Stokic tries to settle it on the carpet. Comes back to Salas. Bartholomew. Left back for Foskey. Foskey into the corner to Tavernise. Tavernise marked closely there by Rodriguez. Over to Foskey, front and center. Comes to Craig with a drive, and that one off the window wide. Waltman's got it for the Comets. Lays it off to Rodriguez. Here comes Lucas. Scored some of the most dynamic goals of the year, and now we're going to have somebody chirping from the bench is going to be sent off. Yellow card's been pulled here by the senior referee. Somebody's going to go off for 5 minutes.
A yellow card misconduct has been assessed against the assistant coach for the Comets. Time of the misconduct 4:21 in the third quarter.
Well, that's
there
good.
will be no shorthanded or power play situations.
Comets assistant coach
Misconduct.
just got rung up for a misconduct.
Coach will be number 16, Andre Braithwaite.
Braithwaite is going to serve the 5-minute
He can be released as the first guaranteed
penalty.
substitute.
Andre Braithwaite is in the penalty box. So 5-minute misconduct issued against the Comets bench, the assistant coach of the Comets, Goran Korodzov. There will be no power play or man advantage for Rochester. Both teams remain at even strength. 5 position players and 1 keeper per team. Here's Salas. Off the wall. Perez is there. Headed back by Asadpour. Now Danny. Out to Sosa. Sosa's got some space. Oh, he hit it out too far in front of him and couldn't slide it to Gibson. Comets working hard to keep the ball on their half of the field. Now Cody's got it. Over to Sosa. John will play it back to Waltman. Danny over to Ramon Palmer. Across the line it comes. Pass a little weak and picked off there by the Lancers. forward to Radoncic. Comets trying to press forward now. Here comes Harris. Harris up to Gibson. Palmer's got it now. Palmer over to Leo. Hit it! Ding dong off the post. Now a funny hop on top of the dasher boards. Back into the play. Perez has got it for the Comets. Perez dumps it into the right wing corner. Boughton is there giving chase along with Robert Palmer, and a foul is going to be called against Ramon Palmer. Gary Boughton shaking up on the play. He's in the left wing corner. Foul called on Robert Palmer.
Comets foul number 5, Ramon Palmer is first.
No, I'll get it right here. Ramon Palmer, that's his first. 9:24 left to play in the third. Tied at 7.
Injured player for the Lancers, number 4, Gary Boughton.
Gary Boughton goes off the field after being shaken up. Robert Palmer went in hard against Boughton. Boughton limps off but makes it off the field on his own. Now a loose ball in front. Here's Perez. Shot, and that one jammed right into the breadbasket of McInerney. Perez hit it right at McInerney, and he held on. Now Botto. Botto stuck his toe in the carpet, and a foul is going to be called against Harris. Just under 9 to play in the third. So Foskey behind the ball.
Comets foul number 25, Brian Harris. His first.
Foskey shoots one across the goal mouth, and it comes out near side to Cole. Craig leaves it for McInerney. Rochester goes for big changes. McInerney will dump it back into the Comets' end. Comets will go for some changes now as Brian Harris pushes up for Missouri. Brian Harris, good move by one player. Tripped up by Salas. Stokic has it. Stefan with a drive. Off the inboards, McInerney's got it. Here come the Lancers. 3-7 on the year. Winless on the road. Basso. Now went up to the referee's crease. Tavernese with a look. Now back to Steven Basso. Basso tripped up there, and a penalty is coming up against Stefan Stokic. It's the third penalty of the game, second against Missouri.
Comets penalty, number 20, Stefan Stokic. 2 minutes for tripping at 6:56 for the third quarter. He's entered to the Mark Ferguson attorney law penalty box. Stokic, 2 minutes for a trip at 6:56. The Rat Patrol's on defense. Help them out, everybody. Get behind the defense. Let's go.
Here's Rochester now, man advantage for the next 2 minutes. Schindler, right side Salas. Down to Bado Radoncic, who fired it in there. Danny Waltman makes the save. Waltman boots it long. Salas tracks back. 1 minute and 22 seconds on the advantage for Rochester. Foskey into the corner to Miller. Crossed into Bato. Salas runs into Robert Palmer, and a foul called on Robert Palmer.
Comets foul, number 12, Robert Palmer. His first.
That's Robert's first foul. Salas shaking up, slow to get up. There's Bado Radoncic right there in your screen. Bado played for the Chicago Soul last year. Leaves it for Salas' drive. Save is made by Danny Waltman. Danny did not see that one until the last second. He was screened and still made the save. Now Salas. Front and center, Boughton. Correction, Schindler. And another drive. Foskey with a drive, and Danny makes another save. Ossenport shoots it along the near side for Gibson. Leo splits the defender. Leo rolls one in there, and McInerney makes an easy save. 36 seconds left on the advantage to Rochester. Salas trots it up into Comet territory. Over to Jake Schindler. Schindler front and center, now right side Salas. Try to skip past there, broken up by the Comets momentarily. Doug Miller now front and center to Schindler, who sprayed one wide. Another shot and a goal by the Lancers, a power play goal with 19 seconds left on the advantage. And Rochester leads 9-7.
In their new location just off 23rd Street on 291 Highway in Independence, you'll be able to find the absolute best prices on mattresses, furniture, and
There you
more.
see the replay.
Visit ShockingPrices.net for directions.
And Bato Radoncic
There's so much to see and do in Independence. The unique shops,
with the goal.
insights that shaped our nation. It's all here in a great hometown atmosphere. You're sure to
Gives the
enjoy.
Lancers a 2-point lead.
Real people, real progress. Check it
Comets
out
have
at Visit
yet to lead in
Independence
this game.
today.
They've trailed by scores of 5-0, 7-3, 7-5, and now 9-7.
For all your vehicle repair needs, please visit Hector's Auto Repair at 2603 East 9th Street in Kansas City. Or call 816
There's Hector. Happy New Year, Hector.
There they are, down in section 120.
Biggest soccer fans in Kansas City. Sporting KC fan, Missouri Comet fan.
On the power play at 8:38 of the third quarter.
8:38, the official time of the goal.
With the assist to number 26, Jake Schindler. Number 28, Radoncic. And number 26, Schindler. 2 points on the power play at 8:38.
And they're going to give Schindler the assist on that one. So Schindler to Bato. 9-7 Rochester as both teams break the huddle. And will run for the last 6:22 of the third quarter. Penalty is over. Andre Braithwaite comes out of the penalty box, heads back onto the Comets bench. He was serving the penalty that was assessed to the Comets assistant coach, Goran Karadzoff, for misconduct. We're still watching what you say about this afternoon's game on Twitter. Let us know what you think. Use the hashtag #BeatTheLancers. Coming up on 6 minutes to play in the third. Comets looking to get back on the winning track after dropping one in Baltimore Friday. 14-6 setback inside Mariner Arena. Restart coming up to the Comets.
Rochester number 5, Troy Cole is first.
Troy Cole with his first foul, so the Comets will have it here. Right side, Sosa's there. And it looks like Sosa's going to call timeout. Let's take a break as well. 6:01 left to play in the third. Rochester Lancers 9, Missouri Comets 7. You're watching the Major Indoor Soccer League. Well, let's see what the Comets drew up on the chalkboard here. We'll have it on the right side. 2 men on the wall for the Lancers. Rodriguez now comes out behind the ball. Here's Lucas. Over to Sosa. Hits it first time. That one blocked by J.P. Rodriguez. Rebound handled by Waltman way off his line. Danny's with it in the center circle. Right side Sosa. Sosa shoots it along the dasher boards to Gibson. Gibson turns and faces the defender in Bartholomew. Bangs it off his shins. Leo goes and gets the rebound. Still battling Edgar Bartholomew. Now Perez over to Sosa. And a penalty is coming up against Leo Gibson. Leo and Bartholomew were going at it pretty hard, and it looks like Leo may have had a little extracurricular in there. Leo's going to be sent off. Another penalty called against the Comets. Well, now what? Now Leo's not going to be sent off? Okay, I'm confused now. Now the referees are over there by the crease. They're talking it over. There's Vahid Asadpour, the team captain. Looks like Leo Gibson's going to stay out on the floor. Are they going to waive off the penalty? That would be the second penalty that the refs have waived off today. Oh no, Leo Gibson's been kicked out of the game. Leo Gibson has been ejected. Leo Gibson has been thrown out of the game. We're looking at a replay here, and we don't.
Syracuse, number 14, Edgar Bartholomew. It'll be the Comets' ball. Then we have 2 minutes and a red card ejection to number 14, Leo Gibson, for an elbow. Number 14, Gibson, a 2-minute blue card with a red ejection for an elbow. And then we have number 19, Brian Perez of the Comets, 5-minute yellow card for misconduct. All at 9:28. Infraction 18, Perez.
All right, so Leo Gibson was given 2 minutes and also a red card ejection for elbowing. Leo Gibson has been kicked out of the game. Brian Perez has been issued a misconduct penalty. He will serve 5 minutes in the penalty box. The Comets will be a man down when they sort everything out. Now that hurts the Comets in a big way. Leo Gibson is the league's third leading scorer, and the Comets will not have him for the rest of the game. All because he lost his cool a little bit when getting tangled up with Edgar Bartholomew. Here's another look at it, and I don't know if we're going to see the elbow here. I don't think we see it. It's just off the left side of your picture is when the elbow occurred. You see Brian Perez turn and look. Alvarez will serve the penalty. And again, the Comets will be a man down here for the next 2 minutes. There's 5:32 left to play in the third. Take that back. Yeah, one man down. Thought the Comets, I thought there might have been another penalty in there, but nope, not the case. So here we go. Comets once again a man down. And Leo Gibson booted from the game. Here's Waltman. Clears it up towards the half line. Controlled there by Foskey.
Get behind that defense, let's go.
Foskey leaves it for Schindler. Here's Schindler. Out wide to Salas. Salas has a power play goal this afternoon. Foskey back to Schindler. Comets trying to clear it. Foskey heads it out of bounds. Kick in Comets with 4:46 left to play in the third and 1:14 left on the advantage to Rochester. Marty Kelsey writes in on Twitter by using the hashtag #BeatTheLancers that chilling with the game on the big screen, cheering the Comets with my son Bryce. Marty, good to see you. Thanks for watching. Comets trail by 2. They're a man down. Here's a drive, and Waltman makes the save. Danny Waltman up and throwing. He's played every minute possible as goalkeeper for the Comets this year. Here's Asadpour. Vahid all the way back to Danny. And then over to Andrews. And Cody somehow gets it across the line. Elliot Foskey is there. Left side Schindler. 23 seconds left on the advantage before Alvarez comes out. Down to the corner to Miller. Now Foskey with a drive. Save made by Waltman. And he was able to snare that one. Deanna Weymouth writes in on Twitter, says, "Hello, Hector. It's always good to see you at a game." Hashtag #BeatTheLancers. Referring to Hector, who's keeping the fans charged here at Independence Event Center. 3.5 to play in the third. Penalties over. Both teams even strength. Ramon Palmer with a drive. Sosa comes up with it for the Comets. Asadpour back to John. Now forward to Alvarez. Come on, Byron. Byron Alvarez this year has 4 goals and 2 assists. He came in with just 10 points. And Byron has played only 5 games for the Comets. This is the 9th game of the year for the Missouri Comets, and Byron's played in 5 of them. But a slow start for him, consider the torrid pace he was last year. First half of last year, he scored nearly 2 goals a game. Alvarez back to Sosa. Sosa powering through Tavernise. Now Tavernise a mark on Sosa. Sosa trying to flick it into Alvarez. Byron separates Botto from the ball. Leaves it for Harris. Now Harris darts in there. Harris off the wall. Deflected out. Radoncic and Harris give chase. And Harris hits the deck, and a foul is called on Rochester. That's Botto's second foul. 2:36 left to play. Rodriguez for 3. Save made by McInerney. East-west over to Milan Ivanovic. Ivanovic down the right side, marked by Radoncic. Here's Ivanovic, still going forward. Ball loose in the area. Stokic is there. Radoncic clears it. Rochester very good at packing it in the area when the Comets get close. Paul Craig. Comets with high pressure. Alvarez into the middle. Broken up by the Lancers. Kicked out of bounds by the Comets. Andre Braithwaite is going to see action for the first time this afternoon. Andre Braithwaite, you'll see him soon. He wears number 16, plays defender. He's got a mark on Boughton. Braithwaite, this will be his 4th game as a Missouri Comet. Here comes Cody Andrews. Forward to Ramon Palmer. Palmer leaves it back for Cody. Cody cuts it back, fires, scores! Cody Andrews ties the game. The KC Kid with his first goal of the season. And we're tied at 9. Pretty calm here by a Mill Valley High School product. Moved it to the right and put the hammer on it and got it past McInerney. See if McInerney had a chance. Not really. That one towards the top shelf where Grandma keeps the cookies, and the game is tied at 9. Ramon Palmer the assist. 13:15, the official time of the goal. And for Ramon Palmer, that is assist number 3 on the year. Meanwhile, at the other end, Rochester with a chance out in front of the Comets goal. Danny's got it. Out to Sosa. Here comes Sosa across the line. 1:14 left to play in the third. Over to Rodriguez. Rodriguez down to the corner to Palmer. Ramon back to Harris. Harris fires it in there. McInerney cannot hold on. Ball still loose, left side. Drive there by Ramon. Stuffed. And look out, fans. That one goes shooting out. And the Comets cleared it out of bounds. It'll be a free kick to Rochester at the top of the mark.
1 minute left in the third quarter. 1 minute.
1 minute exactly on the clock. Rochester cleared it away, and the Comets are going to have it on the restart here. Here's Sosa. Down to the corner to Asadpour. Vahid let it bounce off the boards. Hit a cracking shot just above the crossbar. Now Sosa over to Rodriguez. Under 1 to play. Seconds are ticking off the clock, and Alvarez has it. Byron looks for a teammate. Now plays it away from the goal, front and center to Harris, right side Sosa. Comets on the right wing with it. A shot from 3. McInerney got just enough of it. Alvarez pumps it back into the middle, and it's cleared away by Schindler of the Lancers. 22 seconds left in the third. Comets and Lancers tied at 9. Rodriguez to Alvarez. Bump from behind. He turns, fires, save! Made by McInerney. Man, he's made it with his hands and his feet. Alvarez still there. On over to the right to Asadpour. Vahid with the left foot blocked. 1 second. That should do it for the third, and that's it. Comets get 3 goals. Rochester gets 1. We're tied at 9. Lancers and Comets at 9. The fourth and final frame is coming up next. Thanks for watching the Major Indoor Soccer League.
So here is song number 1. When
All right, here we go, fans, into the final frame. Comets and Lancers tied at 9. Thanks for watching the Major Indoor Soccer League on this YouTube channel, wherever you might be watching. We've heard from fans in Minneapolis. We've heard some fans here in the Kansas City metro area. Perhaps we've got a few fans in the Rochester area as well. Glad to have you along. Nick Vassos here inside a warm Independence Event Center. It is cold outside here in the Midwest. Temperatures expected to plunge below freezing tonight. But a good match between the Lancers and Comets. And we've had some questions on Twitter. We're hearing from you by using the hashtag #BeatTheLancers. There's a foul there, a big push.
Rochester at number 5. That foul's on Troy Cole, his second.
I don't know how that's not a penalty there on Troy Cole. He literally took Ramon Palmer and pushed him physically out of the area. In any case, it'll be a foul. But some questions out here about Leo Gibson. If you're just joining us, Leo Gibson was ejected from the game in the third quarter. Here's Rodriguez. We'll have a timeout, which will give us an opportunity to explain what will happen to Leo. Leo was kicked out of the game in the third quarter and red carded for an elbowing infraction against the Lancers' Edgar Bartholomew. Now, what the league will do, it'll go before a disciplinary committee, and they'll find out if any further action needs to be taken. What we can say is that it's likely that Leo Gibson will be out for the Comets' next game, which will be next weekend at Syracuse. They have a weekend doubleheader. They've got Friday at Syracuse and then Saturday at Pennsylvania. And so Leo likely will miss the game at Syracuse. And then the Comets will get him back when the team travels up to Pennsylvania to take on the Roar. And the Comets 5-3 on the season. The Lancers are 3-7, and they are hoping to end their road losing streak. They're 0-4 so far on the road this season. Comets break in the huddle wearing their red tops, white shorts, and red socks. That's typically the uniform they wear on the road. When the Comets returned from their most recent road trip in Baltimore on Friday, they were traveling yesterday, and the airline lost the uniforms. So they're wearing the road unis and not the traditional blue, red, and white. Sosa behind the ball. Crossed to Asadpour. Blocked by Bartholomew. Vahid gives chase. Gets it over to Rodriguez. Now the Comets go forward again. Here's Alvarez. Back front and center to Vahid. Now swing it left side for Sosa. Now back over to Vahid. 13:55 left to play in the game. We're tied at 9. Rodriguez. Lucas, the Argentinian, played high school soccer here locally in the KC metro area. Now to Perez, who was a collegiate star here in the KC area at UMKC. Now Harris. Here's Harris with a drive. That one blocked off the line. Boy, Rochester is packing it in. They've got 3 or 4 bodies surrounding McInerney when the Comets get close. Perez, near side Harris. Now Rodriguez. Sosa. Sosa will turn and face. Rochester's done a good job keeping the, that one got through, and Alvarez uncorked a very quick shot. McInerney made the save. Byron couldn't get a lot of pepper on that one, or a lot of pace on that. And so McInerney didn't have to go too far. And now what do we have? We got Bato Radoncic on the carpet here holding his face. He and Sosa got tangled up. And Bato may have been caught with one of John Sosa's elbows. Comets better be careful here. They've got Leo Gibson, who's already been ejected from the game. Here's another look at it. And it looks like Sosa, yeah, it looked incidental. Of course, we're kind of far away, but a good look at it there. It looked incidental. Both players were going up for the ball, and Sosa made contact with Bato. And no foul was called. Looks like everybody's going to be all right. Radoncic shakes himself off. He's head back to the bench. Sosa's on the bench as well for the Comets. And we're tied at 9. Comets have outshot Rochester 30-20. Now Megson. Now one out of bounds. It's going to stay with Missouri. Here's another look at the replay there. Hard to tell. Thanks for the replay, guys. Here's Harris. Off the boards. Braithwaite was there. Tried to touch it in, and McInerney comes up with it for the Lancers. Quick outlet to Miller, who's bumped from behind by Harris, and a foul on the Comets. That's Brian's second foul of the half. Miller. Wow, this game is just slowing down. Here's Miller. Long drive up and over the glass, out of bounds. Mags writes in on Twitter using the hashtag #BeatTheLancer. She wants to know, why did Leo Gibson get ejected? Leo Gibson was red carded by the official. Throw an alleged elbow at Edgar Bartholomew. And the referee thought it was severe enough to issue the red card. That's at the referee's discretion. He can issue a blue card for a 2-minute penalty. He can issue a blue card and a red card as well. Here's Alvarez with a drive. And that one just above the crossbar, and a header by Ivanovic goes out of bounds.
Party will be held at the Hooters of Independence, just a short drive to the east of the Independence Event Center. Join Comets players and coaches for some great wings, seafood, salads, and sandwiches.
12:05 left to play in the game. We're still tied at 9. Luis Enrique stripped of the ball by Ivanovic. Now pinballing around to the right wing corner. Enrique's there along with Foskey. Foskey touched it up to the half line, but Andrews is there for the Comets. Cody gets it over to Byron Alvarez. Now Palmer with a drive and ding-dong off the post. And cleared off the line by McInerney again. Comets with chance after chance. Now Foskey. Across the line, he leaves it for Craig. Now the Comets win it. Here's Alvarez, almost won it away from Schindler. Some high pressure here from the Comets. Over the top of the defense. Schindler and Harris both give chase. Now over to Botten, who hits it on the volley just wide to the right. Good job there by the Lancers, but just off target. Now Sosa goes forward, moves to the left, fires a shot. Good move by Sosa, just off target. Out of bounds into the Comets bench. And it'll stay with Missouri. 10:44 left to play. Stefan Stokic to Brian Harris. Harris with 5 goals, 2 assists, 13 points, 7 blocks. One of the more ferocious defenders in the league. Now Foskey. Here comes Elliot Foskey down the right side. Foskey still going strong, and a foul eventually called against Sosa of the Comets. Elliot Foskey from Spokane, Washington. They call him the Mohican Warrior. 8 goals, 2 assists, make that 9 goals and 2 assists on the year for Foskey. Here's Doug Miller. JP Rodriguez. Waltman's got it for the Comets. Perez forward to Ramon Palmer. Ramon with a half dozen goals on the year. His pass intercepted by Mo Salas. Here's Mauricio Salas. Oh, runs into Cody Andrews, and a foul called on Cody. You don't see Cody Andrews get all that upset and start jawing with officials, but he's not happy with that call at all. Here comes the replay. There's Andrews. Salas cut it back. Down to the corner to Rodriguez. Blocked by Andrews. Now Rodriguez. And another foul. Boy, this game is taking forever. 9.5 to play in the fourth. Clock rolling once again. Out there for Rochester, it's Boughton, Mauricio Salas, Stephen Basso, Joe Tavernese, and JP Rodriguez. For the Comets, Ramon Palmer with the ball. To Brian Perez, who just fired a shot. Cody Andrews is out there along with Robert Palmer and Lucas Rodriguez. Cleared away by Rochester. And they'll spot it at the top of the arc for a restart chance for the Comets. This afternoon's attendance, 3,107. On behalf of the Missouri Comets, thank you for spending your afternoon here inside Independence Event Center. Fans are seeing a good one, that's for sure. We're tied at 9, and it's been close the whole way. John Sosa apparently will trigger the restart. He's right behind the ball for the Comets. 3 men in the wall for Rochester. Sosa now gives way to Asadpour. Now a drive by Rodriguez. Well-designed restart by the Comets. But once again, the Rochester Lancers were there defensively. They've been there throughout the afternoon. Foul called on Boughton. He and Rodriguez got tangled up. And Lucas is down on the ground. Lucas and Boughton, now just after we cut away there is where some of the contact occurred. I think Lucas is going to be all right. Yeah, we'll take a look at it again. Alvarez, and there was Lucas, number 32, Gary Boughton on the right. And Lucas got either tripped up or hung up by Boughton. So the foul called on Rochester, and with under 9 to play, the Comets will press up. Rodriguez goes off, and Stokic comes on. Down to the corner, JP Rodriguez is there. Double team by a pair of Comets. Ball still loose. And Asadpour picks up the ball. Front and center it comes to Sosa. John Sosa with 8.5 on the clock. Surveys the Rochester defense. They've done a good job of keeping their shape all afternoon long. Now Asadpour, who has a goal tonight. He's got a 3-point power play goal. Asadpour is the league's leading scorer. Down to the corner to Alvarez. Here's Byron. Byron kind of quiet to start the season with only 4 goals and 2 assists. Same could be said for Rochester's Doug Miller. He has just a couple of goals on the season. And remember, Doug Miller was the league's leader in points a season ago with 102. Handball called against the Comets. Restart to Rochester. Here's Rodriguez. Near side, Bartholomew. Edgar. Forward it goes into the corner to Doug Miller. Miller turns. Quick shot there. Waltman's got it for the Comets. Now Stokic. On over to Harris. Stokic will go off. Braithwaite comes on for the Comets. Here's Andre. Andre the Giant. Right side for Ramon Palmer. Comets just working it around the perimeter, hoping to find a crack in the Lancer defense. Ivanovic, one-on-one with Foskey. Ivanovic deep, shoots it across the goal mouth.
Come on, everybody, get the drummers, let's make some noise.
And now front and center to Harris. Comets a good job here of possessing the ball for the last minute or so. Ramon Palmer's there. On back to Rodriguez. Near side Harris. Comets will go for changes. Harris will stay on. Over to Lucas. Now Robert Palmer with a touch into open space, and that'll turn the ball over to Rochester. Comets will use high pressure to try to win the ball back. McInerney, his touch nearly lets him down. Comets get it back, bang away at it. Ramon Palmer's there. Now to Robert Palmer. Near side Harris. Now forward to Robert. Palmer into the corner. To Harris, hits it first time, and Bryan shoots it up over the goal. Timeout on the floor. 5:47 left to play in the fourth. Comets and Lancers tied at 9. Action back underway. 5:40 left to play in the game. We are tied at 9. Nick Vassos with you live inside Independence Event Center. The Comets and Lancers meeting for the second and final time this year. Ramon Palmer with a drive. McInerney saves. Still loose. And McInerney covers up. Oh, the Comets with high pressure. They win it back again. Here's Asadpour. Asadpour lost it. Now Sosa steps in front. Vahid there. Vahid bangs it off the boards. McInerney comes up with it for Rochester. The Comets have high pressured this final 30 minutes here in the second half, and it's worked to create chances. Here's Stokic. Right side Sosa. Down to the corner. Hit first time by Alvarez. And up and over the glass she goes. Goal kick coming up to the Lancers with 4:42 left to play. McInerney with a long toss to Salas. Schindler's got it now. Bartholomew. That one over to Boughton. Now back to Edgar. Forward it comes to Boughton. Gary Boughton down the left side, marked by Perez. Away from the goal to Miller. Now to Boughton. Left wing, rolls it around the boards. Waltman's got it for the Comets. Coming up on 4 minutes to play. Still tied at 9. Here's Robert Palmer. Shoots it out of the corner to Alvarez. Byron to Megson. Megson hits it first time, and that hit a Rochester player, an unsuspecting Lancer there in front of the goal. Boy, they're making blocks and saves even when they don't know it. Here's Palmer with Schindler. And Bato Radoncic is over there as well. Now Bartholomew. Comets with some pressure again to try to win it back. Here's Harris. Oh, Harris with a hustling play to get over there in front of Bato Radoncic. And the Comets able to win it back. Here's Asadpour battling with Fauski. Fauski back to his keeper and McInerney. Clock still rolling, coming up on 3 minutes to play. Still tied at 9. Harris is in the corner. He's there with Salas. And the ball comes off to Ramon Palmer. Now Asadpour over to Stokic. Stokic with some space across the line. Moves back into the middle. Chases down the loose ball and a penalty. Oh! Ryan Martin, the referee, stuck his hand in his pocket. He stuck his hand in his pocket and he pulled it back out without the card. So just a foul there called on Fauski. Here's Brian Harris. There's another look at it right there. So the Comets do not go on the power play. They play it into the middle, and it's taken out. Oh, now Perez, a good defensive play by the Comets. Nearly won the ball back, but the Lancers get it. 2.5 minutes to play. 2.5 minutes to play. Long one. Waltman's got it. Quick unload to Asadpour. Vahid breaks out, plays it forward to Alvarez. Down to the corner to Milan Ivanovic. Ivanovic marked by Rodriguez. Away from the goal to Andrews. Now front and center Vahid. Asadpour into Alvarez. Back to Vahid, broken up there by the Lancers. Good defense once again in the middle of the field. Rodriguez advances it on up to Craig. Now Boughton, and then over to Rodriguez. Under 2 minutes to play. 2 minutes to play here. 1:45 exactly. Still tied at 9. Into the left wing corner. Cody Andrews is there and kicks it away. Held in by Doug Miller. And the Comets, who are they going to get it? Here's Ivanovic to Alvarez. Byron off the wall, looking for Ivanovic. Broken up by the Lancers. Good defense there by the Lancers. Front and center Harris. Harris moves to his right. Lucas. Poked away by Salas. Harris maintains possession for the Comets. Now over to Robert Palmer. Into the corner it goes to Alvarez. Byron had it poked away from behind. Under a minute to play now. Under a minute to go. Still tied at 9. Perez. 4-3. Wide to the right. Rodriguez trying to give chase. And, Milan had a fistful of jersey there of Tavernese off the end boards. Big pile up in front. And Waltman's got it. Waltman, a long ball for Alvarez. 29 seconds left. Byron's there over the top. Stokic in the middle. On top of the goal mouth. Another chance. Stuffed by the Lancers. 17 seconds left. Can the Comets get another chance? Waltman on over to Asadpour. 10 seconds left. Broken up by the Lancers. 6, 4, 2, and we will go to overtime. 3 chances as the final minute ticked away in front of the Lancers' goal. But like they've done the entire game, the Lancers' defense held strong and kept the Comets out of the net. We are headed to overtime. We are tied at 9 with the Missouri Comets and Rochester Lancers. You're watching the Major Indoor Soccer League. Well, 60 minutes, not enough to decide this one between the Lancers and the Comets. Tied at 9, heading into overtime. And the first goal wins. Comets will put out there John Sosa, Robert Palmer, Ramon Palmer, Alex Megson, and Brian Harris. For Rochester, Elliot Foskey, Joe Tavernese, Mauricio Salas, Edgar Bartholomew, and Schindler with McInerney in goal. Comets have the ball to begin the overtime period. No scoring in the first quarter. And the Rochester Lancers took control of the game in the second, leading 5-0 on some penalties by the Comets. Here's Ramon Palmer in the right wing corner. Here's a drive by Robert Palmer. Oh, thought he was going to get his rebound, but couldn't catch up with it. Now Sosa with a drive. That went off the window, no good. Out of bounds. No scoring in the first quarter. In the second, Lancers sprinted out to a 7-3 lead. Comets got 2 quick goals in the fourth, to tie the game at 7. And then the Comets and Comets have just scored right there and have won the game. Overtime winner. We'll see the replay here in a second. Here it is. Sosa looked one way, fired over to the left, and just like that, Comets win it. Sosa somehow threaded the needle and got it through the defense and to the far post, and an easy goal there by the Missouri Comets.
43 seconds of overtime. It's a two-point restart goal for the second of the night, number 7, Farid Asadpour.
Asadpour with the game winner.
With the assist, number 19,
Sosa with the assist.
number 7,
And the Comets keep the Lancers winless on the road, and the Comets improve to 6-3. The Rochester Lancers fall to 3-8. What a game! Comets, their first lead of the game comes in overtime. When it counts. Final score 11-9. Comets win the season series 2-0. The Comets will be back on the road next weekend when they will take on the Syracuse Silver Knights as well and the Pennsylvania Roar. You can see those games on YouTube. Thanks everybody who tuned in and participated in tonight's broadcast on Twitter. This is Nick Vassos for everybody here at the Independence Event Center. Thanks for watching the Major Indoor Soccer League. Once again, the final, Comets 11, Lancers 9.